This is what soft feminine energy is. Being grateful for what you have in your life, like yes, pursuing your goals, but taking time out to take care of yourself and to be grateful and to allow these things to create this peaceful state and space for
I
you.
wanna go back. Just wanted you to know that.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for checking it out. Today we're talking about soft and feminine energy, but the importance of self-care. And if you click this video, then you're interested in living a soft feminine life and existing in that space. A lot of people believe or feel that soft feminine energy is based off of what you can get from other people and how other people treat you. On the contrary, it's actually less about how others treat you and more about how you let others treat you, including yourself. Soft and feminine energy is about how you treat yourself. How do you connect to yourself? How do you talk to yourself? How do you respect yourself? How do you perceive yourself? What type of space do you create for yourself? Are you aware of yourself and who you are? And most importantly, how do you treat yourself? So it's less about what others are doing for you and more about what you are doing for yourself. That self-care is a very important factor in soft and feminine energy. Soft and feminine energy is allowing you to exist in a healthy, safe environment and space. Therefore, you're able to give off this radiant energy. But in order to do that, you have to pour into yourself and rejuvenate yourself. So you have to take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. So that means self-care. In order to remain in that place of peace, we have to take care of it. So self-care is being aware that you are existing right now and that you're alive, and it's being aware of your space and how you're treating yourself. It's paying attention to how you're feeling and what you're thinking about and what type of space you're in. And let me tell you, self-care is an authentic type of love. My self-care may look completely different from your self-care, but it's whatever you need to do to get you in a much more peaceful state, a much more fluid state where you're just pouring into yourself and loving on yourself. And it's what's keeping you aware of your emotions and your feelings. But the most important thing is that what keeps you happy and at peace and acceptance over yourself, where you're not worried about other people judging you, you're worried about yourself and the space that you're creating. So whatever that space looks like for you, whatever self-care looks like, and I'm going to give you examples of some of mine. A very important factor is that you're taking the time out to give yourself self-care and rejuvenate yourself so that you can live this life of soft feminine energy and love those around you and radiate this energy. One of the most important things is that you don't want to rush your self-care. You want to be in the moment. If you think about it, we're always in a rush. Every day we're rushing from point A to point B, and we're rushing just to finish one task to move on to the next. But why? Like, when we're trying to exist and live and enjoy this life, you have to intentionally set out time to take care of yourself. When we're rushing, we're disconnecting from ourselves, our body, our mental and emotional state, and therefore we're probably living in a much more aggressive, rushed state of mind, and that's taking us out of that soft feminine energy. So to remain in that soft feminine energy, we have to intentionally take care of ourselves and place ourselves inside of this space. And this allows us to be softer, to calm down, because now we can pay attention to how we feel. Creating this space is raising the standards of your life. It's raising the standards in your mind. So you're creating this space. You're creating this space of peace and happiness. Therefore, you're not going to let just anybody come into your life and remove you from this space. You're going to be more protective over your energy and your love. And that's a part of self-care. You're taking time out for yourself. So somebody that's coming into your life better come with it, because you don't want them to take you from that space and move you to something negative or aggressive. You want to remain in this space. So you're going to, by intentionally putting yourself in this safe space, self-care, your standards are slowly increasing because you're protecting yourself from those who's not going to give you that same energy in return. And again, you're going to be more aware. Creating this time, you're going to be more aware and connected. You're going to be connected to who you are and how you're feeling. Like, how do you feel today? What are you thinking about today? What's troubling your mind and your heart today? By setting aside the time, you can be aware and connect with yourself by slowly enjoying this time of self-care. You're connecting with your mind, your body, and your emotion. You want to bring this self-awareness back to yourself and recenter yourself into this world. And when you're taking the time out intentionally and enjoying this time and doing self-care, you're aware of how you're feeling for that day or whatever it is you're struggling with, and that's going to tell you what type of self-care you need to take. And so for me, some of the examples for my self-care is that I work out a lot, and I also have a 9 to 5. So sometimes my body and my mental state is stressed. So to help me de-stress from work, I work out. But to help me de-stress from the gym, I have to take care of my body. I have to slow down at the end of the day. And a part of that is taking care of my skin and my body and enjoying my showers. But my whole facial routine at night, it allows me to wind down after a long day of work and at the gym, and to really enjoy myself and to really like appreciate who I am. It just puts me in a much calm, peaceful state, because I used to struggle with acne, and sometimes I can stress a lot, and that messes up like just my face, and I used to be insecure about that. But when I started taking time out to really take care of my skin and my body, because I'm blessed to have this body and to be alive, my skin started radiating because I just started taking care of it, and I'm extremely proud of that. But another example is that in the morning before work, I love natural light. I feel like natural light is my element. So whenever I'm also feeling emotionally or mentally unstable, one of my ways of self-care is like having a picnic, spending time with my friends, and just enjoying the natural daylight. I love natural sunlight and natural air and the nature. And so that allows me to just exist and be in the space, and I love just feeling the sun on my skin, because it recenters me back into my life, and it reminds me that I'm still alive, that I'm still here. No matter what it is I'm going through, I'm still existing, and I can always get better from where I was yesterday. And I do that after work, or sometimes I go to the coffee shop before work and make sure that I'm just loving on myself before I enter into a more technical maybe someday stressful environment. But I'm making sure that I'm taking care of myself. I'm being aware. I'm acknowledging that I'm existing, paying attention to how I'm feeling, and I'm responding off of that and pouring into myself to keep me in a much calmer, peaceful state of mind. And so I'm encouraging you to do that too. Find out what your self-care necessities are. And you can use some of mine, like taking care of your skin, going to the gym, or enjoying natural daylight. And use that every day, every day. Use that every day to take care of yourself and recenter yourself, so that you can be in a more feminine state. And so this also leads me to probably the most important part of self-care. Practice your gratitude. Make sure you're practicing gratitude when you're in this space of self-care. When I'm working on self-care, when I'm washing my face, or I'm sitting in the daylight, when I'm doing that and having those moments to myself, again, I'm paying attention to how I feel. But sometimes by rushing and living everyday life, I can be very ungrateful and thinking about what I want, what I don't have, what I need. But having self-care when I'm in those moments, I'm making sure I think about what I do have, and I'm being grateful for that. I'm making sure that I'm grateful for being alive, being here, and for all the people that's choosing to love me right now and giving me love, and all the people that's choosing to exit out of my life, being grateful for that too, because it's creating a peaceful, calm state in my life. When you're practicing gratitude, when in these moments of self-care, you're in a healthier space, and then it feels like your cup is just overflowing. Now you're really dependent on the things that makes you happy versus trying to depend on the things that you want that's not giving you what you want. And this is what soft feminine energy is. Being grateful for what you have in your life, like yes, pursuing your goals, but taking time out to take care of yourself and to be grateful and to allow these things to create this peaceful state and space for you. So if you don't have examples of self-care, I can drop some examples for you. So I already talked about, having a skin routine morning and night. Buying yourself some flowers, maybe cleaning up your space and really cleaning the environment that you live in, working out, going to the gym, reading a book to help calm your mind, or going to the spa, or giving yourself your own spa. Or maybe it's learning how to cook a new recipe, learning something new that's pouring into you, going to the coffee shop and just existing, just people watching. Or maybe just drinking a glass of wine or a hot cup of tea and just sitting and relaxing and sitting in silence and making sure that your energy is just coming down. Going to the park, taking a walk at the park, taking a stroll on the beach, taking a bike ride, hanging out with some friends, having girl talk, whatever that may look like for you. Going to a concert, or listening to some music, finding new music to listen to. And a little secret that I do when I manifest and pray, I listen to music and I start envisioning the things that I want. And that's a form of self-care too, taking time out to manifest. What else? There's some other examples. Going shopping is an example of self-care. But it doesn't have to, so those are some of the things I do for self-care, but it can be anything. Again, it has to be authentic to you. Whatever creates that happy space for you, think about that and make sure you're taking time out every day to do something for yourself. You're taking time out to love on yourself, to pour into yourself, and to be grateful. And don't take that for granted. And so this is allowing you to live in this healthy space. Therefore, you can love those in your life that deserve it. And also, the type of love that you should be receiving, and you're not going to feel guilty about that. And that's what soft feminine energy is. It's taking care of yourself, and it's taking care of yourself and how you treat yourself. So self-care is very important. So as always, I want you to remember that you are loved and you are valued. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, please, in order for you to live a soft, passionate life. Take time out for yourself, okay? But I believe in you. You got this. And thank you for watching. I love you, okay? You got this.